A quorum being present, the Subcommittee on National Security and Foreign Affairs hearing entitled Oversight Hearing on Sexual Assault in the Military will come to order. I ask unanimous consent that only the Chairman and Ranking Member of the Subcommittee be allowed to make opening statements, and I ask unanimous consent that the following members be allowed to participate in this hearing: Congresswoman Louise Slaughter from New York, Congresswoman Jane Harman from California, Congresswoman Susan Davis from California, Congresswoman Diane Watson from California, and Congressman Elijah Cummings from Maryland. Pursuant to the House rules, these members will be allowed to ask questions of our witnesses only after all members of the subcommittee have first had an opportunity to do so. Without objection, so ordered. I ask unanimous consent that the hearing record be kept open for 5 business days so that all members of the subcommittee be allowed to submit a written statement for the record. Without objection, so ordered. Good morning, and thank you all for being here. Particularly thank our fellow members, our colleagues who are here. Ms. Slaughter, I understand that you have to leave to be on the floor of the House by 10:15, and Mr. Shays has graciously indicated he'll waive his opening statement until after you've testified, and we'll leave. And I'll just open quickly and just set some groundwork for the hearing. We're conducting this hearing, obviously, for the oversight of sexual assault in the military. What at stake here goes to the very core of the values of the military and of the nation itself. When our sons and daughters put their lives in the line to defend the rest of us, the last thing they should fear is being attacked by one of our own. We fundamentally have a duty to prevent sexual assaults in the military as much as humanly possible and to punish attackers quickly and severely. We also must empower victims so they feel comfortable coming forward to seek justice and to receive help to get their lives back on track and to restore their dignity. Finally, we simply must ensure a climate in our military where sexual assault is in no way, either officially or unofficially, condoned, ignored, or tolerated. Sexual assault scandals have taken place in every administration in each and every military service, from Vietnam to the 1991 tailhook scandal in the Navy, from the 1996 Aberdeen incidents in the Army to the Air Force Academy in 2003. After each scandal, we're told by the Defense Department officials that they will crack down on violators and change the military culture so that those despicable crimes will never happen again. We hear time and again that the military has a zero-tolerance policy towards sexual assaults, yet there sometimes appears to be a lack of urgency or leadership or resources to transform those statements into reality. Since this subcommittee's 2006 hearing, I understand and appreciate that the Defense Department has taken some positive steps to improve training, education, and care. Congress, too, has been active. We've demanded greater transparency and accountability. We have tasked the Pentagon with establishing comprehensive policies to prevent and respond to military sexual assault and to ensure access to trained personnel. And we've required the Department to collect information and to report this data back to Congress. Today, the subcommittee will assess the military's efforts with a specific focus on exploring what more we can do to prevent sexual assaults from happening in the first place, to provide support, dignity, and services to victims, and to quickly and vigorously punish those committing the heinous crimes. We'll first hear from top leaders in Congress, specifically from Louise Slaughter of New York and Jane Harman of California. These are representatives who have been instrumental in past legislative accomplishments and who have been advocating for further specific improvements. We will then welcome Ingrid Torres and Mary Lauterbach. We're privileged to have you both testify before us today so that all of us, members of Congress, the executive branch officials, and the American public, can learn from your personal tragedies so that lessons from your harrowing tales and your insights can spur action, so good can come from your tragedies. Your courage in being with us here is truly inspiring, and we thank you. Finally, we'll hear from a panel of government officials. We had scheduled some key policymakers from the Defense Department, as well as our military services, and we expect that they will explain to us all of the current efforts. We will also hear from the Government Accountability Office on its 2-year independent investigation into efforts to prevent and respond to military sexual assaults. The General Accountability Office will discuss both the progress that has been made as well as highlight remaining challenges and obstacles that need to be overcome. I will waive the balance of my statement as well and put on the record with the assent of all the members here, and no objection, so ordered, and move to Ms. Slaughter, who I think is a time constraint, and we really do want to hear what you have to say, particularly about the legislation that you filed.